We're going to go over to Cornhill, and we're going to cross the bridge so you can see the whole city. There's a nice little skyline where the river kind of meets the city. There's different pockets of, different neighborhoods that are kind of unique, and where we live is the neighborhood of the arts, like the art galleries over there. It's got such great history. Kodak, you can see it. My parents are here, family's here. So naturally, this is the easiest place to come to, and besides that, the Nighthawks are here, man. That's what we do. They put that up, that's that up, and then he got traded. We traded him away. And then luckily he came back, so it worked out that they kept it up. We won 3 in a row. The first year, 2012, was at home. 2013, we won in Vancouver. 2014, we won our three-peat here at home against Calgary, which is, I would say, the most special out of all of them. The crowds are unbelievable. The fans here are crazy. I mean, they get really into it. They're super loud. So it's a small arena, so when they're loud, it sounds awesome.
Walters in on goal. He scores! Joe Walters. It's 2-0. Give it to Walters. Breaks in, has his helmet knocked off. The shot, he scores! A career high for Joe Walters. That's his 4th of the night.
I've got a field net, and I've got a box net. This is actually my first ever box goal, which I got a couple years, actually less than a year ago. So first time I've actually been able to get a ton of reps on a goal. The biggest challenge with playing indoors is shooting and hitting these spots. In field, obviously on 6-on-6, you can shoot and for the top right corner, let's say, hit somewhere near it, and it might be a goal. If you miss this top corner in box, there's no shot of it going in. Hitting tiny spots is crucial. It's critical, so having a goal has really helped me a lot. I love playing wall ball. I believe in it. It's something I do almost every day. So outside, I've got some goals painted on the wall with corners kind of painted too, so you can hit those corners and hopefully wear them out. I mean, indoor lacrosse it's Canadians. If you're an American, you're an outlier. That was one of my biggest challenges, was to kind of learn the game and be accepted by them. On the Nighthawks, I'm the only guy that lives here on the team, which is kind of bizarre, but it is what it is.
There aren't a lot of Americans that have their name on a man cup. And, for a lot of people in the States, we're really kind of unfamiliar with the dynamics of major series lacrosse. Tell me about what that experience has been like for you. I know you're from upstate New York.
It was, without a doubt, the best decision I could have made for my box career. So to win the man cup, that was just a bonus. I think you're seeing in lacrosse, coaches want, players that, that have that skill set. I would definitely urge, as many players as possible. If you're close by, if you're, in the upstate area, it'll only help your game playing box lacrosse. Usually each team kind of contacts you before the draft and asks what you're doing, asks, what your situation is. Out of college, I got drafted by Buffalo, and they never did. So they just drafted me out of nowhere, figured that I lived in Rochester, I think. So I ended up not reporting just because I couldn't do it. I was still finishing up school. It wasn't doable. And after a couple years of not playing, you just automatically become a free agent. The Nighthawks asked if I wanted to play, so I said, hell yeah, I'm from Rochester. I dreamed of playing for the Nighthawks one day when I was a little kid. And I figured box lacrosse is easy, right? It's lacrosse, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But it was brutal. I was terrible. I used to get booed all the time when I was playing my first 3 years. When I used to get scratched, all the fans would, cheer because I wasn't playing. So that was a pretty big blow to my ego, right? To me as a person. So after that third year of sucking, our coach asked if I wanted to come up and play, if I wanted to play in Canada, because I needed the experience. I needed to, figure out the game. He invited me to play for his team, BRAMPTON. I played about the first year, 2011. I think I played like 18 games during the regular season, and then we made the playoffs. So, those are 5-7 game series. So I ended up playing, I think, a total of almost 30 games. We won the Man Cup. Playing those 30 games, I learned a ton about the sport. It's what I needed to do. I played the next summer, and that's kind of why I'm still here today playing for the Nighthawks, because of that experience, because my coach invited me to play.
Hang on, we've got a little bit of a off-ball skirmish, and that's Steve Priolo, and I believe we're going to have a little toe-to-toe as Priolo already has his gear off.
That's something I've learned throughout the years in playing indoor lacrosse, is you have to stick up for yourself. You can't take shit from guys, but at the same time, I'm not out there trying to look for fights, and I know my role, and there's guys that have that role, they're enforcers, but as far as me, I'm going to stay out of that stuff. I'm going to let other guys handle that.
There's a goal. Joe Walters takes advantage of the man-up opportunity. Finishes that feed, slides it past Angus Goodleaf, and the U.S. cuts the deficit back to 3. So White heads to the bench. U.S. gets a fresh 30, trying to cut the lead down to 2. Walters with the ball. And there's a goal. Joe Walters gets his second of the game, this time from the left-hand side of the floor, gets to the opposite pipe,